Welcome to week 4 of the implementation program. You're doing fantastically. Already you're a quarter of the way through the program and the results are already beginning to stand out for themselves. Now, to review last week, what I want to do is keep thinking about that Vuni file in regards to the body shape and the body shape you want and when you eat to get that body shape. So we're looking for a bigger breakfast, the bigger lunch, the smaller dinner. Also going to be very important for your energy levels. I'm looking for you to buy nuts and fruit for snacks. I want you to keep doing that. I want you to keep having half a lemon juice in the hot water. That's going to really help your stomach and hydrochloric acid. Keep working on your metabolic type. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later in regards to your foods and if you're struggling with your metabolic type. Your caffeine use in half. You should be pretty much down to no caffeine now, which will be great for your sleep. Alcohol on weekends only. Keep working on that. So no alcohol through the week. That's an important thing for you to take forward. And then only 5 drinks on alcohol. Alcohol is so damaging to your stomach, so damaging to your small intestine. You cannot have good health if you're drinking alcohol every day. It just cannot happen. Okay? Less all and we relationships and more I. Still thinking about that. Keep working on that and keep working on the top 3 ideal things that you want in your life. Exercise to balance the autonomic nervous system. Keep working on that. What we want to see here is that you're just doing nice relaxing exercise. That's what we're looking for if you scored over 70. And then on the other side, under 40, you can actually start doing some cardiovascular exercise. So you should be doing a couple of times a week cardiovascular exercise and maybe looking at building some muscle. Keep being aware of your bowel movements. Now initially, they might not be that great. I've already heard some great reports just from the water, increasing the water uptake. These things are beginning to work really well. It means the whole system can start working. Don't worry if that's not there yet. We're going to give you more things going forward over the next 4 or 5 weeks to really help your bowel movements. Start using this coconut oil and olive oil for your cooking. The coconut oil is really great in stir fries, adds a nice flavour. The olive oil you can use in your baking, sauteing, and butter you can use for sauteing. Throw away that canola, done that last week, no problem. Keep working on the no processed sugar, okay? Avoiding the O's, fructose, maltose, dextrose, sucrose. Avoiding all those bad guys, pure sugars. Keep working on the sleep, getting at least 8 hours a night. And keep working on if texture helper. If you do have a moment of weakness and you want that muffin or you've got to have that sugary donut, go ahead, text your helper and get some support from them. Now with week 4, I want you to print the file recipes, and on that there's different recipes for different metabolic types, for lunch ideas, breakfast ideas for different metabolic types. That's going to help you. If you are still struggling with your metabolic type, go to www.metabolictypingonline.com and you can do an online test. It takes about 30 minutes, costs $39 US, and you'll get a report back of your percentages of protein, fat and carbohydrate that you need to be eating. So from there you'll really have a good basis on your macronutrient profile. Now, week 4 is fresh food week, which means that I don't want you to have any processed food, which means it can't come from a can, it can't come out of a package. I want fresh food. So if you sort of think, oh, gee, I'm not sure what can I eat, just go ahead and take 20 steps into your supermarket, stand there and you look around, you can eat all of that. There's loads to eat, it's just all fresh. You might not have seen it like that before, that's okay. Just go ahead, start looking at the food, take your time and pick some foods that you like the look of, and then experiment with your fresh food. Try some different, look on the internet, find a recipe for what you fancy and see if you can make some fresh food. You're going to really enjoy it, it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be great for you too. Now, I'd also like you to try and visit the farmers market. Saturday it's in Napier and Sunday it's in Hastings at the showgrounds. That's a great market, a great place to go ahead and get high quality, nutrient-dense food, great value, and there's some good meat places there as well. And I also want you to no microwaves this week. There's no point in spending good money on this quality food if you're then going to just destroy it through microwaving. So no microwaves this week. I want you to avoid bad fat. So that means no deep fried food. Any deep fried food is bad. That doesn't mean that you're never going to be able to have fish and chips. It just means this week I want you not to have fish and chips. I want you not to have KFC. Anything deep fried, that's not for you this week. Okay? Just try it, see how you feel. See how your body feels. See how you feel the next day, Saturday morning, because you didn't have fish and chips Friday night. Okay? I also want you to cut out hydrogenated fat, which is a highly damaged fat, chemically altered to make it firmer. It's in a lot of processed foods. It's in a lot of muesli bars. This should be fairly easy for you if you're just eating fresh food this week. So let's cut out that hydrogenated fat. Now I want you to think about, if you don't have your health, what do you have? Okay, somebody was telling me a story last week how a relation of theirs, they lost their 5-year-old daughter. Okay, now I have a 6-month-old daughter. I can't imagine, I begin to imagine what it's like to lose your 5-year-old daughter, but I can tell you one thing, it'll put everything in perspective. Okay, it puts everything in perspective of how important your health is and the health of the ones you love. That's really, at the end of the day, we chase our tails all day running around doing things that at the end of the day, none of that matters. All that matters is your health and the health of the ones you love. Those are the main things that matter. Those, for most people, are the things that are the most important things in their life. Okay? So let me move on from there and talk about decisions regarding money. Now, this week, I want you to start thinking about the decisions regarding money, and if they're not to do with the most important things in your life, in regards to they're not helping you with your health, then don't spend the money. Simple, just don't spend it. And if you've got assets and you own money, and you've got assets like a nice big car, and yet you can't afford to go to the chiropractor, or you can't afford to have a personal trainer to show you how to lift weights, or you can't afford high quality food, sell the car. I don't care if it's not helping you with what's important to you. What are you doing with it? Sell it. Okay, trading is really good for getting rid of junk. I want you to create a crisis card this week. A crisis card is a card that you carry with you, and you basically put it down in a crisis, like you're going for coffee or something like that. Now, if it is what you do, you write your problem on the top. So, problem is drinking coffee, and so then you write all of the negative aspects to do with drinking coffee under it. So you then write, okay, well, drinking coffee, it makes me stay awake at night. It's expensive. Those kind of things. You put those kind of things under there, and then I also want you to put in there the benefits of cutting out that behaviour. And so you can then put in there, I'll sleep better, I'll have more money. And so you write the benefits in there. And then you can also write on there aspects to give you counter behaviours, such as have a peppermint tea, or go for a walk instead, or a jog, if your adrenal load can handle that. And then, worst case scenario, text your helper. That should be written on your crisis card as well. Now, what problem should it be? I want you to pick one of the 3 problems that you wrote down and email back to me the first week. You wrote down 3 problems that you struggle with that have held you back in your life. So pick one of those 3 and write a crisis card regarding it. Because then any time that you want to do that problem behaviour, you can look at that card, remind yourself of the negatives, remind yourself of the benefits, give yourself alternative behaviours, and then if you need, you can speak to your friend and they're going to help support you through that moment of weakness. And it is only a moment, okay? You wait 10 minutes, probably you would have forgotten about it and that behaviour's gone. I want you to remind yourself of how well you're doing this week, okay? Keep saying to yourself, I'm doing really well, this program's working, I'm doing really well. Keep telling yourself daily. That's really important, to tell yourself how well you're doing. A lot of us spend too much time in negative self-talk, and that's just the beginning of having some positive self-talk. Get yourself going. I want you to think about what you've learned and update your owner's manual. Now, we're all different, and we're all going to learn different things, and we've all got a different vehicle, and it all works differently, and that's why it's your owner's manual. And this information you're learning week by week is invaluable to improving your owner's manual and improving the way that you're able to run your body. So, whatever you've learned, go ahead and update your owner's manual with it, because that's going to be valuable information in the future. That's all there is this week. No problem, eh? Good luck, and we'll talk next week. All the best.